Hey everyone, my name's Rekashal. Welcome to my first actual review. Second, if you count my Shadows of Mordor review, which I attempted to do like 4 or 5 months ago. I thought it turned out alright. It wasn't too bad. This is a review for Ghost 1.0. It was a game that came out a little while ago, like literally about 2 or 3 weeks ago, out on Steam. It is a 2D Metroidvania style game. Lots of exploration, lots of side-scrolling combat, lots of bullet hell style, that kind of stuff. You know what to expect. First, we'll start with the story. Story is about, well, you know what? I'll let the 30 seconds in the intro explain what it's about.
Ghost, we will sneak you into the Nakamura space station in an inconspicuous storage container. Once inside, your mission is to find the space station's core and copy Nakamura's primary artificial intelligence algorithms. We will be in constant communication to assist you when needed. Nakamura's inner defenses will be active, so be ready to face heavy resistance. We only have one chance. Do not fail us.
So that's the basic setup of the game. It's not too complicated. You're not gonna have an amazing award-winning work of fiction here. But it's a good story that pulls you along and keeps you invested in the story. The characters are awesome. There's three main ones that I truly like. One of them, Ghost 1.0, obviously. She is a sassy, no-nonsense lady. She's awesome. Bugin, who is a engineer, I believe. He's a very awesome character, and he has this really funny scene where he's telling how he met Jacker, which is actually our third character. Third character, Jacker, he is a hacker. He's the one that helps you deal with all the alarms on the station and gets you through that, and he's mainly the one pushing forward the plot. The one thing I can say that I wasn't a huge fan of is the main villain in it. His name's Victor. He wasn't, and it's no fault of the developer, he wasn't really well developed, and he didn't have enough of a part in the story to have a big impact. The story was also not very cliched, but I could tell where it was going from fairly early on in the game. Like, about halfway through, I knew how it was going to end. Not saying that's a bad thing, because it was totally fine with me. In terms of gameplay, loved it. It's got that perfect mix of exploration, combat, and boss fights. And the boss fights are awesome in this game. There's one boss in specific that I can say that really tested my puzzle solving and speed. There is a mechanic in the game where you push a button and your character jumps out of your Nakamura, which is your android that you're controlling, and you can float around and control other androids. And one of the things is using other androids in order to open up the weakness to the boss in order to kill it. I thought it was great. I thought it was a very well thought out boss fight, and most of them are definitely on par with that. There are also some really cool puzzle solving aspects using this basic principle where you'll bring in one mech out of a room and you'll set them on a platform, and then you'll go back out and you'll grab another one, do it, jump on the platform, switch to the other one, get off the platform. There's a bunch of puzzle solving. Some of them get a little frustrating, and it's a little bit of trial and error where if you make one mistake, it's game over for you and you have to restart the whole section. My phone's going off. Anyways, that is one of my favorite parts about the game, is those ghost moments and things like that. One mechanic that I do wish that they would have said a little better was something called soul activation. If you go in through your rooms and you kill all the enemies, or you activate certain points within the room by shooting it or touching it or whatever, you'll release these little sparkling things. And you go around and you grab all the sparkling things, and it gives you free items. Sometimes it's a new primary gun even. I didn't know about this till later on, so I'm sure that I missed a bunch of stuff. But that's how I got all my primary weapons, was through that style of that way. The other way that you get things is you have shops. And how you buy things from the shops is you find energy cubes when you kill enemies. You use those energy cubes to then buy guns, to upgrade them, to buy power-ups such as drones that'll follow you around, or when you jump, you'll make a shockwave that'll damage people, things like that. The only thing that kind of sucked, and I mean, it didn't kind of suck because I'm used to it with Dark Souls and whatever else, is when you die, you lose it all. Goodbye. There are a few times throughout the game where I lost a good 10, 12,000, and that takes like a half hour to get, so it was a little frustrating. The game ran me about 14, 15 hours, so I honestly can't complain with that. I got my money's worth out of the game, and I enjoyed it. The sound, graphics, it's all great, top-notch, exactly what you expect out of a 2D side-scroller. It's got colorful graphics, it's got great enemy design, great level design. The voice acting is great. The main tune that plays when you're just running around is one of those typical 16-bit old school style tunes that everybody loves when you're playing these kind of games. My final thoughts on the game, I'm going to be using a rating system out of 10, like a lot of other people. 5 for me is average. That if I give a game a 5, that is not saying it's a bad game, it's saying it's completely average. If you like that style of game, you will probably enjoy it, and if not, you probably won't enjoy it. It's not going to change your opinion on the genre. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a great game going all the way through. I had fun playing it. That's the biggest thing about it, is I had a lot of fun playing it. It was very, very well thought out. It was not frustrating. It didn't. The difficulty spiked in certain points, but it didn't feel unfair. It never felt unfair. So I guess that's all that I have to say about it. Make sure you guys go out and pick it up and support the developer. Pick up his other game on Epic because it's just as good and just as fun as this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Have yourselves a great day, and I will see you all in the next review. Later.